Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition. Oh boy, it's been a tough task setting this up. I was originally going to do a simple recording on my desktop computer, but that changed after I got a gaming laptop. So for the past 2 weeks, pretty much, I've been just messing around with the settings in OBS, trying to get the microphone sound levels alright, trying to get the volume for the game down to an acceptable level, and eliminating a whole bunch of background noise from the laptop fan, which is pretty noisy. But after all of this messing around with the program, I think I finally got it. So let's play the game. As you can see, I brighten up the game because it's very dark normally in its regular settings, so I made it brighter for the video so you can actually see what the hell is going on. So we're gonna play the main scenario first, obviously. Um, we're gonna go hard on the action level, and I was gonna do the hard level for the riddles, but nah, I'm just gonna do normal because I don't want to be looking up some of those riddles every time we get stumped by something. So we're just gonna do the normal riddles in the game. So this is the enhanced edition, which some fans pretty much patched up over a period of about 2 years, I think. They're still working on it right now, as far as I'm aware, completing the latest version. I got a cord for my headphones that lets me adjust the volume, because as you can see, the game volume is pretty loud even on the lowest of settings, so it definitely helps if you're playing with headphones to be able to adjust the volume.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Okay, so this is where you normally find the channeling stone for the UFO ending. It's not here obviously because this is a brand new game. We're starting from scratch here. And I never noticed this before, like this Heaven's Night poster with Maria. Is that a new thing that they added, or was that always there in the original version? Not really sure. It looks too clean and crisp to be from the old one, but you never know. It does look an awful lot like Maria, so I have to look into that to see whether they added that new or not, or if it was always there. I know there was something there in the original game, I just don't know if it was that specific poster or not.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
I don't know, James. Is she? Well, let's find out. So let's get the map from the car first. Does that license plate say dog THZ or is that 000? Not quite clear. That car looks like it's seen better days. So I have seen videos of this, but I have not played it myself as far as the enhanced edition, so we're getting a close-up view of it for the first time. Oh, will you look at that? It looks gorgeous. They really did a lot of work updating the textures. I have the laptop Konami. I have the laptop connected to an HD TV, so I'm seeing it blown up on a huge widescreen. It kind of loses some of the magic there because you can tell the textures are a bit rough, but if you play it on a gaming laptop or a PC, it looks really great. It looks gorgeous. Everything's well defined. It looks crisp. HD. I don't think it's 4K. I don't think it's possible, but it looks pretty damn good. I think the Resident Evil 4 HD mod might be 4K, but don't quote me on that. It just looked extraordinary, but I'm not sure this one is. I don't think so, because obviously 4K wasn't around back when this game was developed. I'm just glad to be able to play the game connected to the TV without having to put a whole HDMI converter to the PS2. Because that thing does respectable work, but even so, like it's still not great quality. You just go from like terrible to like okay or decent. So James has a well-defined face on the save screen. Maria's is even better. I played around with that scenario like the very first 5 minutes around 20 or 25 times when I was setting up the sound levels. I must have done 50 sound tests or more for this. Probably 55 or 56, trying to get all the volume levels right. Yeah, so if you're playing on a huge TV like I am at, you can tell some of the textures look pretty rough, like the grass here, it looks kind of pixelated. But that won't matter much once we actually go into the apartment and, you know, the interiors of the buildings. And here is Angela. See how she looks.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
James's eyes look really sharp in HD. Yeah, that's an understatement. This place is dangerous, but it's also fascinating. That's why we're here. We're not going to talk to her again because she gets annoyed if we bother her twice, so we're just going to leave her alone. I wonder what's in there besides just tools for maintaining the cemetery. There was a nice drawing somebody did many years ago. This little patch right here with James and Maria kind of soaking their feet in the water, and it's supposed to be some type of positive ending, like one where she leaves the town, but things turn out a little better than they do here. So as far as which ending I'm going for, I'd like to tell you I'm going for the in-water ending because that's my favorite. I think it's actually the most appropriate one for the game and for the canon, considering what we find out in Silent Hill 4. But we're gonna go for the leave ending because that one has the best background. It has the best ending music out of all the game. Out of all of the game's endings. Silent Hill Ranch. Is that like the bunny ranch or is it just a regular working ranch? Because James probably needs a visit to the bunny ranch at this point. So it's no secret that those who know me know I know a ton of Silent Hill lore, so I'm gonna try to spread around a little bit of it in each video without giving away what happens at the end. If you've already played this game, you know what each of the endings means, and you know the big twist in the story. And if you haven't, well then settle down and let's see if we can surprise you. Part of the problem is that because this game was so influential, its ending has kind of become ripped off by many other games, including some Silent Hill games, so it's not as big of a surprise as it once was. Like, I've heard of people figuring it out within like the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on the person, and they haven't even played the game. They just figure it out because it's so obvious. So many games and even movies have used it now that it's kind of cliche, but back then it was really revolutionary for a video game. So that yellow poster right there, those posters are actually supposed to be referencing The Shining, specifically. Oh, there's a magazine on the ground. I don't know who that is though. But yeah, these are specifically referencing The Shining. One of them, I believe, is a poster for the theatrical version of The Shining. The other is actually Jack Nicholson's face peering through the hole he makes with the axe. So they've been cut out here, but you can kind of still see it, yeah. is much more visible in the PS2 version, which has it a little clearer. That was one of the challenges that the team working on this faced, that the Silent Hill 2 PC port version had infinitely inferior textures and sound compared to the PS2 version. Yeah, so you can see it right there clearly. It's reference to The Shining. You can see his teeth, you can see his face peering through the wall. I believe there's also a newspaper here. I know there's one in Silent Hill 1 referencing Silence of the Lambs. It says Bill Skins 5th, referring to Buffalo Bill's victims in that movie. I think there's supposed to be one here, but I don't know if it's been removed, either by the team or probably just the game version. Probably it just doesn't have it here, but I'm pretty sure there's a newspaper there in the PS2 version. I always wonder what's on the other side of this void right here. That looks like a canal. I'm guessing that leads into like the sewers or something. So I'm sure by now pretty much everybody has heard that there will be a Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm looking forward to it, specifically because it gives me one more reason to buy a PS5 next year, because up until now I didn't have much, you know, like there's not many games on it. It's not widely available thanks to Sony's stupidity and the stupidity of retailers like Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy. So it's only recently that people have been able to get their hands on it, and I'm not one of those lucky few people, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to having a reason to actually get a PS5 next year. I wonder if this is a reference to the Indian Runner convenience store in Silent Hill 1, or if it's something separate. It says a Road Runner. It's got an Indian or Native American and 2 horses, so I think it might be a reference to that. Maybe the store changed names, but I'm pretty sure it's referencing the Indian Runner, where you find out part of the whole plot with the drugs that Kaufman is involved in. Because I assume that's how the Order both raises money and recruits new members through the drug trade, which Kaufman was partly in charge of. I'm pretty sure Dahlia was in charge of the other half. Funny thing about that side quest is a lot of people miss it. I was watching a streamer play it. One of my favorite streamers play it last month, and unfortunately I forgot to tell him that he could not go back to that area after you went into the boathouse, so he ended up getting the bad ending. You know, the one where Sybil lives, but everything still goes to hell. Fortunately, he didn't get the really bad ending, which is the one where everybody's dead. But that was a mistake on my part. And then I was just watching another streamer who played it also a month ago, Lunar Lizzie, and because she has a strict no advice, no backseating policy, which I understand, but unfortunately it meant that she too also missed that whole area. I think that's one of the things they improved on from the first game to the second. Like here, you don't have to explore every single corner of the town to get the different endings. They depend on what you do and what items you gather and how much you interact with Maria, who we'll see coming up later on. So that's nice because it actually means that people can experience all the endings, whereas in Silent Hill 1, if you're not specifically roaming around, which you would have no reason to go around roaming in that area, you can easily miss the good and good plus endings. Which sucks because obviously one of them's canon and the other one's the best ending, so either way you want to get one of those two. You don't want to get stuck with the other 2 endings. The UFO ending is just for fun, but the other 2 are pretty bad after all of the work that you just did in the game. I know there's also a Metal Gear reference somewhere around here. Not this area, but one of the stores here is labeled something solid. See if we can find it. It's kind of hard to see with all this fog. Should be around here though. No, that's Phoenix body, so. The exchange. I wonder if it might be not patched out, but if it might be illegible in this version of the game. I know you can see it clearly in the PS2 version. It's a blatant reference to Metal Gear Solid, but oh no, there it is. Solid auto truck repair. You might think, oh, it's just saying Solid. Is it really a reference? Oh yeah, it was actually confirmed it is a reference to Metal Gear Solid. Konami does a lot of references to other games in these older games, which is something I missed both in the newer Silent Hill 2 entries, the newer Silent Hill entries, and in games in general. I like it when games reference their past works. So we're gonna collect all this stuff so that we don't have to go get it once the monsters start appearing. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more health drinks or ammo in here. So I tested this out repeatedly throughout many nights, and I kept messing with it because the laptop volume was pretty low, and I was wondering why it sounded fine in headphones but not the laptop. Let's save here. And it turns out that the laptop has kind of low speakers for, I guess not games, but in general it's kind of low quality, so it's meant for you to listen via headphones rather than play it that way. So I'm guessing whenever you record, that's why it sounds ultra low. Because I copied the two files from the laptop to the PC, and on the PC it sounded fine. Like, it actually sounded pretty good on the desktop, so I'm guessing the laptop has kind of poor quality speakers. You know, it's not the best, but I did get it reduced at half off pretty much. I got it for like $549, down from $1,000 for Best Buy's early Black Friday sale, and it's the Gigabyte laptop, if you've ever heard of that one. That has like 300 gigs and Intel, I think it's like an i5 some CPU, I forgot which. So it's pretty decent. I didn't get it to play modern games. I got it mainly to play games like this, retro games that I can stream like this, and Soul Reaper. I really wanna record Soul Reaper and that whole saga. Alright, here we go. I wonder if they're gonna change this for the remake. Like, are they gonna have you meet this monster like this, or are you gonna find them somewhere else? I think they'll probably keep it. Damn, that's loud. Glad I could adjust the volume on my headphones. I just noticed there's a yellow filter around the whole game. I wonder if they added that, the team behind the enhanced edition, or if it was always like that. Come on, James.
Is it dead? What the hell is it? It's not human.
So it already got this guy dead. Could it have been that creature? What's going on in this town? Yeah, James, I'm pretty sure the creature you just saw munching on the guy is what killed him. Like, I don't think you have to be a genius to recognize the cause of death in that regard. You know, he was already eating him. I'm pretty sure he was the one that killed him. Because the thing is, too, without spoiling too much about this game, I think that different people see different things, but that there is something there, you know. It just depends from person to person, but there is an actual solid...
Oh, yeah.
entity there that you're fighting. It's just that each person perceives it differently. But
This thing broken?
it's not just thin air, it's not a hallucination.
What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
So I've heard it said that actually spoils a certain character's surprise if you hear that, because you can kind of hear um, a certain voice calling out to him. So yeah, I guess it does spoil it a little bit, but what are the chances people are gonna have the subtitles turned on during the first playthrough? Probably not high. Or at least they weren't high back then. Now it's changed. Like, we've seen all the memes with the subtitles, like, you know, like people saying I can't hear without my subtitles because pretty much everyone uses them now. But back then in 2002, I'm pretty sure most people who didn't have hearing issues did not use the subtitles, so they might have missed that right there. Alright, let's go gather all our stuff. We have a whole bunch of ammo and health drinks to pick up before we go to the apartment buildings. Something is written on it. Too bad I can't read it because of the surface has been rubbed away. Remains of some swamp. So somebody actually decoded this or filled it in way many years ago. It's actually remains of blood swamp. The blank earths of land surrounding this monument was originally swamp but was later filled. Nicknamed Blood Swamp because the earths poured the waters to wash the I know this one says many people claim to have seen ghosts in the area. Perhaps it's for that reason. Yeah, somebody decoded this or filled it in. But it's basically talking about how people have seen ghosts in the area, and it's from the people who are basically dumped in the swamp. Though I wonder how long it's been there. So normally this is where in order to get this key you'd have to go to the trailer and figure out that you gotta use the map you get there to find the key, but I actually stumbled onto it by accident, so we're gonna pick it up here while we're in the area. I always think of those guys as land crabs for some reason. They remind me of crabs crawling around on the ground. People have asked if this is supposed to be referencing James himself. You know, all the bodies around town, or are they completely independent people who have just been killed here? I think it's both. I think some of them reference James, but then others are just clearly victims of the monsters because there are other people, you know, being judged here too. There's other people who have wandered into the town for whatever reason. Yeah, we're gonna leave them alone. Those guys are actually pretty dangerous if you let them get close. And we are playing on hard, so they can definitely do some damage. Big J's, I wonder what they sell. Is it a pizzeria? Looks like it would be a pizzeria. I do hope they let you explore more of the town in the remake. You know, let us go into some of the buildings, even if there's nothing inside but lore and items, because that's how you build character for like the setting of the game. You know, if everything's closed off, then it's just a linear level. You know, I like it when you can go into places and explore just for the hell of it. Torn memos on the ground. This guy took all the time to write "run away" 9 times instead of actually running away. It could just be manifestations of his mind, but still funny either way. If you're gonna try to fight them, the most important thing is to relax. It's dangerous to fire a gun while you're all crazy with fear. Take good aim and then squeeze the trigger, and don't forget to finish them off. I think most of those creatures can be killed even if they're tougher than people. Yeah, the town's not gonna give you something that you can't overcome. Seems they're attracted to light. That's why people who need light to see are their natural prey. They also react strongly to sound. If you want to go on limit, you'd be better off just sitting in the dark and staying quiet, but even that probably won't save you. I saw those demons. They were there, I'm certain, but my friend says he didn't see anything. If that's true, what does that mean? That what I saw was an illusion? But whether that demon that ate human beings was real, or whether it was just some kind of hallucination that my mind dreamed up, one thing I know for sure is that I'm beyond all hope. There's a memo pad on the ground. I'm going to write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you out somehow. If you're reading this, it probably means I'm already dead. Yeah, you sure are. You're mega dead. They screwed you over big time. Yeah, so that right there is a big clue. Not everybody sees the same thing. But there is something there. It's just different in form depending on the person. Because back when Silent Hill was really popular and people were writing all sorts of things about it, like I've read both some theories and some fanfic speculating that it was just hallucinations, but the thing is, if they were just hallucinations, they wouldn't be able to actually kill you. And we know for a fact that these things can physically kill you if you let them so. They depend on the person, but there is something there. Like, call it a spirit, call it an entity, but there is something there. Okay, so we're gonna go first to the trailer. We want to get a couple items over there. Oh god damn, let's get the hell out of here. It's hard mode, so we want to gather as much resources as possible. Hey, Silent Hill Tavern. Must be 21 to enter. So at least they're responsible with their alcohol. Silent Hill fresh meats. They got pan. Wonder what kind of bread they sell. Chiropractor and Sports Injury Center. Chiropractors are creepy. I've heard more than one report of somebody accidentally cracking someone's neck too much and then they sever an artery or something and the person just dies overnight, not knowing what caused it. I will never go to a chiropractor ever. You couldn't pay me to go to one. I used to watch my mother go to one and it was for injuries. I forgot where she got the neck and joints problem for, but they recommended a chiropractor, and yeah, that's one of those things that's very controversial. There's a memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at the bar Neely's. Technically it should be Neely's bar. I don't know why they did it backwards. So this is where normally you'd come, and that's where you'd find out, you know, the map. It'll give you directions on where to go. So see, now you know to go to the bar, and then from there you would have the map that's marked to that little alleyway, and that's where you would get the key. But since we already got there first, this is just to show you where you find all that stuff. Yeah, the streamer I watched asked if they did it intentionally so that people would explore. I think that's probably it. They just wanted you to go around first in the town, exploring all the different areas, and that's why they put that there. Kind of a little incentive to get people to just look around the place. Look at that 99-cent sandwiches. You won't find that anymore. So this Happy Burger looks a bit run down, but to be honest, the Happy Burger in Silent Hill 3 actually looks better than regular Burger Kings in real life. I'd go to one if they actually existed. It's got charm, it's clean. Heather likes to go there obviously, so it must be good. I wish they would make those restaurants in real life, the ones that you see in games. Make them theme restaurants and just have one or two in real life. Just because. So here's their famous message that spawned pretty much 1,000 memes. There was a hole here in capital letters. It's gone now. People went crazy trying to figure out if that was related to Silent Hill 4 with the holes there, or is it about the holes with the holes that James explores later on. I think it's probably both. Like, I think it's, yes, it is a reference to the holes that kind of traverse reality in the town, but I think at the same time it's just a cryptic message to mess with you. You know, like, not every single thing in the Silent Hill games has a meaning. Like, the development team weren't that complex. Like, they were great, yeah, but they weren't that deep into it. Some things are just to mess with you. So after you go to the hospital later on, there will be a message here that you would get. We are not going to watch that message because it's a marker for the in water ending, which we're trying to avoid. So there's certain things we got to avoid in order to not get that ending. Even though it's my favorite, I'm going for the leave because it has the best theme music at the end. So we want to avoid those stuff. So no message there. There's going to be a couple more items later on that we absolutely do not want to pick up. Let's get out of here before the roaches catch up to us, because the roaches are kind of deadly in hard mode. Not in the regular difficulty, but in hard mode they can just whittle down your health down to nothing just by biting at you repeatedly, so let's avoid those for now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Silent Hill 2 remake. A lot of people hate Bloober. I've never played any of their games, so I have no pre-existing notions about them at all. You know, I've heard the reasons why. Apparently they did a bad portrayal of... Oh, that's flickering. You probably can't see it because of the brightness, but I see it clearly on my screen. So yeah, there is a downside to playing this on ultra bright. This and Silent Hill 3 and Resident Evil is that you notice stuff that you're not supposed to notice, because you're not supposed to be playing the game that bright in the first place. But if I put it on the natural setting, what it ends up doing is just, you can't see shit. You basically can't see anything. So, oh, here they come. We don't have a gun though, so. Oh shit, there's two of them. God damn. Can we sneak past them? Yeah, we can. Okay, so the guy's not here yet, so we're early. Anyway, back what I was saying about Bloober. A lot of people do not like them. Oh, there's a painting of the church. I wonder if that's the church from Silent Hill 1. The Balkan Church? I think it is. It looks kind of similar. I have no pre-existing notions about Bloober, so I know supposedly they did that bad mental health portrayal. But the thing is, even here, like, when we get to later on, like, even a certain character's fate here actually speaks of a bit of insensitivity from Team Silent, so it's not like Team Silent were perfect. Large clock is too dark to see it well. It's funny because it's brightly lit here. I see everything. But for James, he still needs the flashlight. Should give us an edge against the monsters at least. We don't have to turn on the flashlight. We can just avoid them. Let's get out of the way. Yeah, so yeah, even Team Silent handled a certain character here not that great, so I'm willing to give him a shot. Like, we've had basically nothing the past 10 years. The last Silent Hill game was in 2012 with Book of Memories, which was complete crap from what I hear. I never played it because it was on the Vita. The Vita? Is that how you say it? Vita? It was on that, and it was a dungeon crawler, which is one of the absolute last genres you would like a Silent Hill game in. You do not want dungeon crawlers for Silent Hill. You want like adventure games, survival horror games, psychological stuff. Now you don't want a damn dungeon crawler. That was when Konami was on its last legs as a game developer. They basically quit after the whole mess with Kojima. They didn't want to develop AAA games. They said the future was in mobile games, which is complete bullshit, but even so. There you can see the brightness kind of ruins the effect, because I can see the mannequin right there. Come on, James. I wonder if he's not doing the little combo that he does. On the PS2 version, he'll do a combo and swing it. But here, he's just doing the overhead strike, so I wonder what's... Is that unique to the PC, or is something off with the controller? Like, not that I care, because I'm gonna abandon the plank after I get the pipe. But even so, it's kind of weird. Like, he's supposed to be doing... Supposed to be walking... He's supposed to be able to walk and swing, which he's not doing here. So I wonder if that's something to do with the controllers, or if that's just the way the PC version is. Like, I don't know, because I never played the PC until this time, but yeah, it's kind of weird that it's kind of weird that he's doing that. Oh, goddamn, he got me. Come on, James, before he recovers. Kick him. Oh, he's dead. We don't have to kick him. Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. Come on, James. What are you doing? Oh, there goes the swing I was looking for. God damn, this is tough. That's a tough mannequin. Okay, so he does need a flashlight to kick them. That's pretty useful. There we go. What a janky looking animation. Yeah, I can see why people had... Oh shit, there was one there. I didn't even see her. I assume it's a her. I did not even see her right there. How are we doing on health? Okay, we're doing fine. There's supposed to be an option that shows you the health on screen in the form of a red cross, but we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna go old school. If I want, we can always turn it on later. So what was in here? Like, was there actually anything here? Doesn't seem like we actually got anything. Besides maybe like... Oh, there it is. Some ammo. There. That's what we came for. Back to what I was saying. I'm willing to give Bloober a shot because we've had nothing for 12 years. And, you know, it's a remake. Like, the original's still there. Konami has to make it more available. They have to do what Capcom did with Resident Evil 4, where Resident Evil 4 is pretty much available on every console of every generation in the past 18 years. But oh damn, here come the roaches. We gotta avoid those. So it would be nice if Konami would make it more available. But at least it's still here though. Like, we still have the original in some form, so if you don't like the remake, just go back to playing the original. I just hope Konami would make it more available so people can actually play it more easily, not have to go through all this mess of having to having to um having to install it on the PC. This note must be from the person who lived here. Three needles stand of three different heights: the fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast, they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3 but 15. So that's for the clock puzzle over there in the other apartment building. I mean the other apartment room. That's the good thing about remakes though, like as long as they leave the original untouched, the original's still there, so you can still go back and play it. It takes a bit of effort with this one though. That's why I said Konami should make it more available more easily. Make it more accessible so people can play it. Like, even if you just have to pay these guys, the guys who did the enhanced edition, to just pay them. Just pay them to find some way to port it to console. Because they're obviously good enough. Like, they fixed this whole game. They fixed this whole game, making it, you know, improved not only for the textures and the sound, but they also fixed some of the janky stuff that Konami had left in back when it was ported way back in what, 2002 to PC. So if they did that, they're pretty good developers. So I would just pay them, you know, just take the quick easy way out. Just pay them to fix the game on console and release it. You know, it wouldn't cost them much. I'm sure the team would be willing to do it since they're great fans, and that way everybody's happy. You have the remake on the modern consoles. You have the remake on the modern consoles. You have the classic on the modern consoles, and that way nobody can complain. So this bit here is actually it's a shopping cart. What is it doing here? I covered this in my original Silent Hill 2 playthrough, but this is just a kind of a Japanese statement on how easily guns are available in the US. That's why the whole area is pop marked with, you know, bullet entry holes. They're just commentating on how easily it is to get guns in America. You know, you can just go back to your local department store and get a gun. So that's a little bit of Japanese social commentary there. Let's go get the key from, or try to get the key from Laura. That little twerp. There's a key on the ground on your side of the bars. If I stretch my arm out, I just might be able to reach it. Will you pick it up?
Ow!
Ha ha.
Hey, wait! Damn it.
So the bigger question is, how did she get in here? Did she just climb over the fence? I can't reach it no matter how far I stretch. But who's that kid? James, you kinda could. If you took the plank with a nail in it, kinda stretched it out, I think you just might be able to reach it, but obviously if we could do that, the game would be a lot easier, so we have to get on the other side of that. I think the announcement most people are excited for is probably Silent Hill F, just because one, it's new, and two, it's in Japan. It's Japanese Silent Hill in terms of the setting, which a lot of people are asking, like, how can that be? Like, shouldn't Silent Hill be set in America, in the actual town of Silent Hill? Where, well, not really, because as we've seen in Silent Hill 4, that the power that dwells in the town can actually reach you wherever you go. And if there's one spot like that in the US, chances are there's a spot like that in every country in the world. Like, it might not go by the same name that the order calls it. What was that? Some kind of noise north of here. Like, they might not have had the same name for the gods and different things, but I'm pretty sure, you know, the power that causes all this stuff to happen doesn't just manifest in Silent Hill. There's probably areas in Europe and Asia and other places where you have the same force manipulating events. So I can accept the Silent Hill game being set in Japan. Oh, here he is. Glowing red. Remember we had all those wild theories about Pyramid Head being the Red Devil, and it turns out the Red Devil was actually some cultist named Jimmy Stone that Walter Sullivan meets up with later on. I think it was an intentional misdirect by Team Silent because they have him glowing red right here. You can see him glowing red. And then they talk about the Red Devil outside in the article, so I think you're meant to think that Pyramid Head is the Red Devil they're referencing, but no, it's actually not. Just a bit of misdirect by the Team Silent members. Huh. Oh, there he is. I was wondering why he wasn't reacting.
Oh my god. Who could have?
He's dead. Who could have done this? I don't know, James. Maybe the big guy with a pyramid metal helmet on his head, standing right outside. Maybe he did it. It's like finding a mutilated camper at Crystal Lake and asking, "Oh my God, who could have done this? Who could have killed this camper and chopped him into 5 pieces?" I don't know. Maybe the same guy that's been killing people at Crystal Lake for 50 years. Maybe that guy. Henry Mildred Scott. So that's referencing what you have to do. So you have to use the key to open up the. Oh, we can't use it yet. Okay, so we have to go to room 202, get the key for the clock, then open up the clock face. And he's gone. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the remake, but Silent Hill F actually looks intriguing. Some people say it's Silent Hill 5. I don't think so. I don't think they would be that obvious. Because Silent Hill 5 was technically Homecoming, which I know wasn't Team Silent, but I think they still respected enough to leave that alone. God damn it, get out of the way. Even though I know it's not Team Silent working on the new ones, it's the newer developers, but like I don't think they'd actually replace Homecoming as Silent Hill 5. I think it's just the F stands for something else. Maybe some type of flower in Japan. Who knows? Would you stick your hand into this hole here, knowing something could bite your fingers off? I wouldn't. They did a play on that on Homecoming 2 where you stick your hand in to a hole, and I think if you don't pull it out early enough or you don't press the buttons, something literally bites your arm off and you die. It's like the scene in Graveyard Shift with the rat, where the black guy sticks his arm trying to reach something in the wall, and then the giant bat actually bites off his whole arm. He just starts waving it around and throwing the tissue all over the place, which is probably not what you'd want to do in that type of emergency. Like, I really don't think you'd want to be throwing all your skin and muscle away on the floor. You'd probably want to wrap it up tightly before you bleed to death. But then again, since he was already doomed because the the bat was right next to him, so it probably didn't make a difference. But that is not what you want to do if you get your arm bitten off. Still can't believe Ellie got her fingers bitten off at one point in one of those games. But that's a whole other subject. I won't go into that. Okay, so let's use wrong button. Let's use the clock key. So this is pretty simple. You pretty much just have to adjust it until you hear the noise. It's not a complicated puzzle at all. There it is. There it is. Now we can just push off the clock and go into the next room. If that was Chris Redfield, he could have just broken the clock right off the wall. Just given a good solid punch, just thrown that. He would have just thrown that grandfather clock right across that closet and left it in pieces. Like, that wouldn't stop Chris. He just ripped the whole thing off. That man is not human. It's like a Terminator in human form. Even though we have a Terminator human form in that series in the form of Wesker, but Chris is still like the minor Terminator. You know, like the T-800 to Wesker's T-1000. Okay, so it's 1:39 a.m. I actually have to check out a movie soon, so we're gonna go as far enough just to catch just to get a few more items. Oh, the ammo says Penguin. I never even noticed the brand of ammo that they used. Like, is this new or was it always Penguin in the game? I'm not really sure. Oh, we haven't checked out the photo from Mary yet. So we gotta look at our dear right there. Gotta look at our dear sweetheart because that counts for the ending. And let's examine the letter that she may or may not have sent us. Yeah, if you're going for the leave ending, it helps to look at the photo, and it helps to look at the photo and the letter every once in a while to counterbalance any time you spent with Maria. I wanted to get through the apartment building first, but that might not be possible since it's so long. There's a lot to do here, so we might just have to get a few more items, go meet up with Pyramid Head, and then save for next time because I spent a lot of time adjusting the final volume levels, implementing a new noise suppression filter, so that kind of took away some time. I'm gonna kill this guy just to get him out of the way. Oh, god damn. He got away. There we go. Okay, that one actually hurt us, so gotta take some medicine. That's another thing. If you're going for the leave ending, you cannot let your health drop low, because that's what gets the in water ending. Because if your health is low, that means James doesn't care about his well-being, and that's bad for the ending. So you want to make sure you heal up at least to medium levels here. You don't need to be green, but you need to be out of the safety zone. I mean, you need to be out of the red zone to be safe. that being said, we're gonna pick up a whole bunch of ammo later on for the safe, so that should help us out. Alright, here we go. Hello. There he is. The legend. He looks a bit skinnier in the remake, but we'll see. They're still fine-tuning that stuff. Oh, I like the detail you can see here. You can even see the stitching on his apron right there. Also, he does have the nozzle. Because people were pointing out he had one in the remake. In the two scenes we saw from him, he has it right there. But no, it's right there. There it is, so he can open up the helmet. Okay, so it's actually pretty faithful to the original. Because that nozzle has always been there, we just didn't see it clearly. Pyramid Head's like, I'm out of here. I did not sign up for this shit. To be shot at by some creep hiding in a closet. Like, I'm just trying to mind my own business, you know. Boning these mannequins, and here he is. Here's some dude I don't even know coming to interrupt me. I'm out of here. Like the hell with this. These paintings look nice. They actually remind me of the paintings from the Cabinet of Curiosities. Some kind of strange landscape, huh? Yeah, I saw Pikmin's model. Very good episode. I didn't know that it's only very loosely connected to Lovecraft, but even so, like, I guess you can't really call it an adaptation per se because it jettisoned a lot of stuff, but at the same time it was actually pretty good, so I think it still did him justice even though it's changed a lot compared to the other episode, Dreams in the Witch House, which actually did him no justice at all. That thing sucks. I haven't even seen it, but I've heard it. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of this guy because he's starting to bug us. God damn. Damn, he got us again. We should have left the light off. Yeah, so that I have not watched Dreams yet. Dreams in the Witch House, but I heard that was bad. Like really, really bad. Because like they completely threw away everything from the original story except for the Rat Man and the witch. Which makes no sense because the story is about more than just a rat man and a witch, you know. So like if you throw away everything except those two, everything except those two things, just leave just the monsters, you're not really doing anything. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to challenge them. Maybe we can shoot them. How much ammo do we have? Oh, we got 50. I guess it's worth it just to see if there's anything here. Okay, and then we kill the other guy with the plank. So that's actually Travis painting board. Fire guard board. No, Travis painting service fire guard board. So that's nice. I actually never saw what it said on there. God damn. This jackass. I always thought this looked like James and Mary, but I don't know who that is supposed to be. God damn, we had no reason to come in here whatsoever. We could have just left them there. God damn it. Could have just left them there. Now we gotta use up a frickin' first aid kit. Oh boy. We have to though because oh, look at that, a magazine named Clock. Or is it Glock? Can't really tell. Yeah, we have to because we're in danger now. That's why it's flashing red. God damn. Yeah, let's just run for it. Where the hell are we? Oh yeah, we gotta go the opposite direction. Let's just run past them. James, run past them. Yeah, so I'm guessing they just took the very basic outline of Pikmin's model and then built a story around it, but I thought it was pretty intriguing nonetheless. It gave us a very human character to root for, or at least observe. You know, the art dealer with his eventual family. Like, some of those scenes with him young were kind of rough, but even so, was still pretty good. Like, he was relatable. Some of the stuff that he did and what he saw. Got canned juice. We can go throw that in the dumpster to open up the disposal. I forgot what those things are called, like where you dump stuff in the trash and then they go all the way down to the bottom of the building. I forgot what those things are called. I know some apartments have them in real life. Not dumb waiters, those are for food, but whatever this is. This part right here we have to open up. The garbage chute, is that it? Okay, let's just throw this here and get the hell out of here. I do not want to get caught up by those roaches because they would just demo your health down to nothing. Oh, we used the courtyard key. As far as the episodes, I'd say Pikmin's model's near the top. The Graveyard Rats is also near the top. The viewing is pretty good. A lot of people didn't like it because they thought it was too slow. I actually thought it was pretty great near the end. Like, the first half is slow, but then it just ramps up completely to crazy within like 2 minutes. So I thought it was pretty good. The worst episode for me is probably The Outside. I got what the message was they were trying to convey, but I just did not like it at all. It was too weird for me. We got a coin, old man. And here's the article for Walter Sullivan. I'm not gonna read all this, you can read it on your own. Committed suicide in his jail cell early in the morning of the 22nd. So he used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. So he must have been hella strong. Yeah, there's the Red Devil. Like I said, they were probably trying to misdirect you to thinking Pyramid Head was the Red Devil, but it's actually Jimmy Stone. I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. So I'm guessing what Walter did there was actually kind of clever in that he tried to convince them that he was crazy, but that that he wasn't responsible for what he was doing. And in a way he was crazy, but not, he wasn't crazy in that sense. He was crazy in the sense that he already had a plan and he carried it out to perfection pretty much. So he convinced them he was just some random nut and they didn't quite realize what he was up to. Oh, this is gonna be trouble. We gotta get those, we gotta get the coin from the pool. So we gotta lure all three of those guys somewhere where they can't reach us. Maybe if we lure them to the corner over here. God, they're just standing guard right over that coin. Let's see if we can get it now. There we go. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm not going down there for any reason. Because we're low on health. This is hard mode, so we can't be wasting health over nothing. Nope, we are not going in there yet. I think I might buy the Sinking City, which is on sale until the 29th. It's Cthulhu themed. It's Lovecraft, so back when it was released, there were two games that were Cthulhu themed at the same time, and one of them was Sinking City, the other was Call of Cthulhu, and Call of Cthulhu received horrible reviews and absolutely terrible reviews, and this one received mediocre reviews. Sinking City, so mediocre is better than bad. But the story is actually supposed to be pretty good. It's just that the gameplay is somewhat mediocre, but we're not here in a Lovecraft game to get absolute great gameplay. We're here to see, unspeakable monsters and things we can't even comprehend, so it's fine if the gameplay is somewhat mediocre for me. It's detective based, so you're going around investigating things. You know what? Let's go meet up with Eddie first, because then that way we'll be completely finished with this section, and we can just go ahead and move on. We won't have to bother coming back here again. Yes, I'm gonna give it a try because it's $11.99, and you get the DLC. You get everything. Okay, so Eddie is not here. I don't know where he is. God damn. Oops, trying to bring out our shotgun. I mean our handgun. God damn it. Get out of the freaking way. God damn. God damn, they keep... Something is wrong with James's kick. He's not really actually hitting the targets it's supposed to. God damn it. There we go. Jesus. We're gonna have to go hunting around the town for more supplies. I don't even know if it was worth it to come in here for those bullets. Sightseeing brochure for the town is lying here. Oh, this is one of my favorite memos ever. It's very well written. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice, restful vacation here. Row after row of quaint old houses. That was the first time I ever heard the word quaint, by the way, back in 2002. A gorgeous mountain landscape and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day from sunrise to late afternoons to sunset. Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace. I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever. Editor Roger Widmark. That memo shows up in Silent Hill 3 also. Yeah, it'll fill you with something, alright. I don't know if it's inner peace, though. Alright, so we gotta get to Eddie before these things kill us. Oh, we came out on the other side, so we can go save. Let's just run past them. Damn, there's so many. So this is where we originally wanted to go. Before we got ambushed by all those freaks. What the? Who could have done this? Maybe the guy throwing up in the next room? James? Maybe he did it? So I have a funny story about this. I used to know a person who was also a big Silent Hill fan online. And she was talking about how the first time she played the game, I think it was on PC, she entered this door, and when she entered the door and the scene started to play, the game immediately got stuck there. So all you saw on the monitor, on this big screen monitor, was Eddie's ass and the sound of him puking. Like, that must have been quite a sight for your game to get stuck like there. Right there in this section here. What do you think of Play Eddie in a live action adaptation of Silent Hill 2? Like, who would you pick to play him?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing.
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
God, it sounds so authentic and gross. Ugh. So if you open up, he's still here, but we're not gonna bother him again. So who do you think could play Eddie in a live action adaptation? Especially now that they're actually doing a Silent Hill 2 movie. Who do you think would be good? The only guy I can think of is the guy who plays Timson in Masters of Horror, Cigarette Burns. Like he was also in Freddy vs. Jason. That's about the only actor I can think of who might be good for him. Can't really think of too many others. God, there's so many of them. We gotta get out of here, find some more health and bullets soon. Yeah, I don't know who could play Eddie. I know who could play James though. I don't know who they're actually gonna pick, but I don't know who they're actually gonna pick for the role. But if it were up to me and if he was down for it, I'd probably pick Aaron Eckhart as James. I think he would make a great James Sunderland. He cost a lot of money though, so he'd have to deal with that. But I think he would actually make a pretty damn good James Sunderland. God damn! I hope you didn't hear that speeding. Is some guy was just speeding through the driveway outside our house. Just zooming past there like it's a race stop or something. Jeez, like that's a taste of what the streamer I watch experiences pretty much every single night with the highway outside his home. Just cars speeding by, zooming past like they're in the Indiana 500. I never understood why they did this cutscene here to make it look. I don't know if it's supposed to be make it look epic or threatening or what is. There's no fire escape outside the door. Maybe they knocked it down when they built the building next door. Yeah, like I don't know what the point of this is because it's only crossing what, like 2 feet. I don't know why they animated that cutscene instead of just having him cross and suddenly be in the other apartment building. And here is the famous moment that grossed out a lot of people. And it even got spoofed in Silent Hill 3 by Heather. I would never do this, but would you? Would you stick your hand into that filthy toilet if you knew there was something in there? Looks like a wallet or some kind of memo in it. 16, 5, 10, 11. Okay, so let's go get our ammo and our health drinks. Would you stick your hand in there? I don't know if there's enough wet naps in the world for me to do that. Especially with no running water anywhere. What was the number again? 16, 5? I think it was 16, 5, 10, 11, right? $16, 5, 10, 11. There we go. Simple, huh? Got all the handgun bullets now. 98. And like 30 of those are gonna go to Pyramid Head, so it won't make that much difference for the monsters in the long run, but at least we have some ammo now. Gotta get to a safe spot. There should be one downstairs, I believe. So here's the map for this second apartment building, Blue Creek Apartments. I think the safe spot is down here, where you find I think it's one of the places where if you're going for the rebirth ending, you find one of the bonus items, like the white oil in that room. Yeah, here it is. It's right here. So this would normally be where you find the rebirth ending item, the white oil here. There's the puzzle for the 2 coins. We still have one more we need to get, so we can't do that yet. I'm just gonna save so we can pick up next time. I really wanted to get to the apartment building, but this place is so long, so it's not gonna happen tonight. And like I said, I wasted about half an hour or 45 minutes just messing around with the different settings, so okay, so we're at an hour 9 minutes overall. And it's 2:08, so I think now's a good stopping point. So next time when we get here, we have to get the second, no, we have to get the third coin for this puzzle right here, so we can get the key from the apartment building and then go fight Pyramid Head in the fire escape. So far I'm liking what they did with the game as far as the HD enhancements. Like I said, I watched videos on it. I watched the whole playthrough on it by the streamer who I watch, Vash, but it's one thing seeing it on a little screen on your computer. It's a lot different seeing it blown up on the HD TV, which I have connected right now. So, and I can see it full screen on the laptop too. So you can tell they did a lot of work as far as the texture work and replacing stuff to make it modernized. I appreciate that. I appreciated that they took so long with it to get it just right. Because they could have just half-assed it and gone to work right away in Silent Hill 3, and people would have been fine with that since the PC port was such trash that it needed severe fixing up. So like just some nice touches would have been alright for most people, but they went above and beyond to really make the game modernized for a modern audience on PC. So I appreciate that. You know, Silent Hill 2 is not my favorite of the series. That's probably 3, but I appreciate what they've done with it in terms of the work. I would have preferred that Konami remake Silent Hill 1 first, you know, because I like that game more than 2, but they gotta go for 2, I guess, because that's where the money is. That's what is most recognizable. It has the most recognizable monsters, so that's what people are gonna recognize and buy. I guess hopefully if that's successful, they can go ahead and give 1 a shot, because 3 doesn't really need a remake. 3 just needs to be more accessible, so I figure as long as they remake 2 and 1, they can just stop there. Because that's a game that no amount of fan patching is gonna be able to fix, because it's a primitive PS1 game, so like you need to do a complete overhaul of the game just to get it up to modern standards. So that's not really possible. What it needs is a full-blown remake by Konami. But I don't know if it's gonna get one or not. I guess it depends on how successful Silent Hill 2 is next year, which I'm hoping gets announced soon. And I'm hoping it gets a release date for like at least announced in February or May. I mean February or March. Preferably sometime after Resident Evil 4 remake comes out so that they don't have to compete with each other. But as far as this game, it looks pretty damn good. It looks great actually. For what is it in? 20-year-old PS2 game? It looks fantastic in its HD version. Silent Hill 3 looks okay. Some other team of fans did a number of they did a great number of adjustments to it, but they didn't really overhaul it completely like the team behind this game did, so it's still kind of rough. But it's playable though. It's definitely playable. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the hospital and the hotel look like in HD once I get to them later on. I'm gonna have to find a lot more ammo though and health, because we are taking a beating from those monsters. I prefer it this way though, because one of my complaints from the original Silent Hill 2 was that the monsters were too easy on regular difficulty. So I appreciate the difficulty spike for the most part, no matter how much I complain about losing health. I'd rather them actually threaten James than be no threat at all. You're just going around shooting them and they're complete pushovers. Like, I might complain, but I actually prefer that they deal some genuine damage rather than just taking a whole bunch of shots and you just end up with like 20 health kits and 30 health drinks and they never do any damage to James. So I prefer it that way. I'm not going to switch to the hard difficulty for riddles though. That's insane. So we will pick this up next time. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. If you haven't played this game, go out and play it. You know, it's free on Abandonware. And if not, you should be able to get a PC copy of it anyway. But however you choose to play it, just go out and play it and install the HD mod, because so far it's pretty worth it. It's probably the best way to play the game that's not the original PS2 version on a system connected to a CRT TV. That would be the ideal way, but as a substitute, since almost none of us have CRT TVs anymore, this is definitely a great second way to play the game. So I definitely urge everyone who is a Silent Hill fan to check it out. And even if you're not a Silent Hill fan and you're intrigued by the series, just check it out. It's a pretty awesome game. It's definitely a masterpiece, even if it's not my favorite. So we will continue it next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time on Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition for the PC. See you later.